Most people grow up believing one simple rule: work hard, earn money, repeat. It sounds logical, but if you study how wealthy people actually operate, you will notice something very different. Rich people rarely work for money. Instead, they make money work for them. At first, this idea sounds like a motivational quote, but it's actually a structural difference between how the middle class and the wealthy approach money. Let's start with the typical path. A person studies for years, gets a job, and begins earning a salary. Every month, time is exchanged for income. Hours go in. Money comes out. This system works, but it has one major limitation. Your income is directly connected to your time. There are only 24 hours in a day. No matter how hard you work, time eventually becomes the ceiling. Now look at how wealthy individuals think. Instead of asking, "How can I earn more money with my time?" they ask a different question. How can money generate more money? This shift changes everything. Because when money begins producing income, time is no longer the only resource. Assets begin to replace effort. An asset is anything that generates income without constant work. Businesses, investments, real estate, intellectual property. These things continue producing value even when the owner is not actively working. This is why wealthy individuals focus heavily on ownership. When you own something valuable, you benefit from its growth. Employees earn wages. Owners earn leverage. Leverage is the force multiplier of wealth. For example, a business owner may create a product once, but that product could be sold thousands of times. A software company writes code once, yet millions of users may pay for it. The same idea exists in media, technology, and investing. Leverage allows one action to produce results repeatedly, and this is where the major difference appears. Most people are trained to become excellent workers, but very few are taught how to build systems. Systems produce income even when you are not present. A simple example is investing. When money is invested wisely, it begins generating returns. Those returns can then be reinvested, creating a compounding effect. Compounding is one of the most powerful forces in finance. Small gains, repeated consistently, grow into large results over time. But compounding requires patience, and patience is difficult in a world designed for instant gratification. Social media highlights fast success. Luxury lifestyles appear overnight. But most sustainable wealth is built slowly, quietly, through disciplined decisions over many years. Another key difference is how wealthy individuals view risk. Many people try to avoid risk completely, but the wealthy understand something important. The greatest risk is relying on a single source of income. When income depends on one job, one employer, or one industry, stability becomes fragile. Diversification creates resilience. Multiple income streams reduce dependency. This is why many successful individuals build portfolios instead of relying on one opportunity. Some investments will fail, others will grow significantly. Over time, the winners outweigh the losses. This mindset requires long-term thinking. Short-term thinking focuses on immediate income. Long-term thinking focuses on ownership. Ownership builds assets. Assets build leverage. Leverage builds wealth. And that is why rich people do not work primarily for money. They work to build systems that continue producing value. Money becomes a tool used to acquire assets, expand opportunities, and increase freedom. Understanding this difference changes how you see work. Jobs can provide stability, but assets created both have a place. The key is balance. Learning how to earn while also learning how to build. Because the goal is not simply to work harder forever. The goal is to design a life where effort creates lasting results. And once you begin thinking in systems, money stops being the destination. It becomes the fuel for building something bigger. If this video helped you see money differently, consider subscribing to Think Matter. Because the more you understand how money works, the more control you gain over your future.